So, seems like before even people in this country get a vote in the upcoming general election, the establishment is already getting ready for Prime Minister Keir Starmer. Yes, Starmer is going to be meeting with the civil service, the top people of the civil service, to prepare for government. Yeah, so they're going to have to basically go through the procedure, to go through the paperwork, get familiar with the government departments and everything else. It's a little bit awkward and embarrassing for the incumbent, the existing Prime Minister, to have to be able to basically see these guys walk around Whitehall and all the government departments while they're doing their work, saying, basically, we're just a placeholder because they've already accepted defeat, that the Labour Party is going to be in government. Anyway, Starmer has written to the head of civil service, obviously Simon Case, to request the start of access talks designed to prepare officials for a possible change in government, right? That happens when we know that we have a feeling that Labour is going to be winning. Now, Simon Case received the letter from the Labour leader within the past few hours. This was yesterday. It comes after Keir Starmer said that he had asked his shadow cabinet to stop making decisions now rather than in the first 100 days in government. Well, this is proactive. That's good. A Labour source also said that Keir Starmer wanted to start civil service access talks so that his party could be focused on hitting the ground running if we are lucky enough to get elected. That's what he said. Now, last week, Rishi Sunak said he was actually happy for these talks to start. So the letter from Starmer is now expected to start the process by the end of this month, January. So that's what's going to happen now. Initially, Starmer is going to be meeting Simon Case. Simon is going to introduce him to all the other permanent the secretaries, are essentially the head of civil servants in each department. Now, the permanent secretaries, they have a specific role. They're not just in charge of the civil servants, like a chief of staff, but they're also actually in charge of the everyday operation. They are the ones running the government. It's not the government ministers, it's the permanent secretaries. So it's important for Keir Starmer to go and meet them and mingle with them and get used to them and everything else. It's not going to be that much of a shock considering how many of the top civil servants are already aligned with the Labour Party. I mean, one of them just recently left and joined the Labour shadow cabinet. Sue Gray is now the chief of staff to Keir Starmer. So Sue has already told Keir Starmer all the ins and outs, all the intel and what goes on every day in government departments. So Starmer is going to be familiar himself, obviously, but he wants everybody else, Angela Rayner and all the other nutters, to also become familiar before they take over from Rishi Wishy Sunak.